Now that it's 2026, we are getting closer and closer to the launch of the Galaxy S26 series. Here are 5 leaks about the S26 Ultra to get you excited. Welcome back to SamMobile TV. You're here with Daniel. The S26 Ultra isn't far away, and we've got a bit of a leaks roundup to show you, and we've picked 5 ones that we think are the most exciting. First one is the Snapdragon 8 Elite 5. It's a bit of a weird naming convention that Qualcomm are sort of going on with their Snapdragon chips. It's like every time they make an advancement forward, they think it's a bigger advancement, so they leap it forward even more as far as the naming convention goes. In any case, it's probably going to be the 8 Elite Gen 5 for Galaxy, I assume will be the moniker, which for me, I think will, again, give it that boost and separate it again from the rest of the competition. There's also information that could mean that Samsung might actually make the chip in their fabrication process, which I think will be a good thing too, because it means Samsung have a bit of tighter control over the whole process. There's a lot that this chip is going to enable. Extra video support is probably the biggest one I'm looking forward to the most, but that's number 1, Snapdragon 8 Elite Gen 5. Number 2, 60-watt fast charging. For the first time in 5 years, Samsung are updating their charging speed on their Ultra phones. For the longest time, it's just been 45 watts as the max charging speed on their smartphones. Finally, it looks like we're getting 60-watt fast charging. Now, in terms of the real-world difference, it's probably going to be that first 30 minutes where you'll notice it, and some leaked information has said that it'll be 75% in 30 minutes compared to about 70% in 30 minutes, and then it'll probably finish a little bit quicker as well. But realistically, what that is, it's just a showcase of a faster top speed. Samsung have very good charging algorithms, which means that over the course of the charge, it's working to protect the battery whilst charging fast. So hopefully that kind of extra bit of boost will please people. You'd probably have to get a new charger though. So it's exciting for one part, but are you really going to go out and invest in a new charger? Who knows? It wasn't just cable charging that looks to be upgraded. It looks like wireless charging is going to go from 15 watt to 25 watt as well. So the charging all round for the Ultra, it looks like, is going to improve, which is great news. Number 3, camera improvements. From a hardware point of view, at least from a sensor point of view, I think there's only really one that's going to get upgraded, maybe the 3 times, but there's actually bigger news about the main camera and the 5 times telephoto camera. It looks like these two are getting an aperture improvement. So the main camera here, there's rumors that it's going to be down to an f1.4 aperture, which I think will be great for lower light performance. That open aperture will let more light in, create a nice cinematic depth of field, especially for video creation. It'll be really good. And then you've got the 5 times, which should go from an f3.4 down to an f2.9, according to rumors. So again, for that telephoto lens, which notoriously aren't as good in low light, that extra little aperture boost will allow more light to come in and again, create that more cinematic depth of field as well. Not that the 5 times camera really needs that depth of field change, because it's actually quite good now when you use it, but it's a nice touch that Samsung are considering lower light performance too. There's also a leak and rumor out there about the lens coating. So potentially the coating over the lens will help reduce reflections even more. That's also really good in bright conditions. So it'll reduce that lens flare. So there's some other stuff. It's not just all about sensors. It's some things that can surround it that can also improve the quality of output. Next one is about the design. Samsung look like they're actually changing the design of the S26 Ultra. And it's not drastic. The main things we're hearing or seeing from some of the leaks is slightly more rounded corners and also a camera island rather than just individual floating lenses. Depending on your preference, that might be an improvement, it might not be. Personally, I like both approaches. I like the floating cameras with the camera rings around it. Like, tell me that doesn't look good. Try and tell me, and I'll tell you you're wrong. Of course, it's an opinion-based thing, so you technically can't be wrong. But the more rounded corners will kind of bring it more in line with the base model S26 series, as opposed to having this more separate design philosophy. So at least it sort of fits the lineup a bit more. So we'll just see what it ends up being, but from a design point of view, there does look to be some shift. And the last one, possibly the biggest one and the most latest one, is about the display. It's going to look like, according to some leaks from One UI 8.5, feature what looks like a privacy screen. You can read about this on our website. Some people have dug this up and found that privacy screen is something you maybe can enable through One UI 8.5 with the new panel on the Galaxy S26 Ultra. And some people install screen protectors to get this effect. So if this is built into the phone's hardware, this should mean that people don't have to necessarily get that accessory. This will be their choice of phone because of it. So I'm looking forward to seeing what that might do. We'll just have to wait and see. Not too long now, but it looks pretty concrete based on the leaks that we've found so far. Anyways, hit subscribe to SamMobile TV for when the S26 series does eventually drop. This will be the place you want to be. Go find us on our website, also on socials, and we'll see you guys next time. Thanks.